Yo, we late tonight, but welcome to Monday Night Raw. It is me, Horace T, better known as Billy Ocean Jr., here to represent for the Black Super Friends podcast. Tonight, we're running on 75%. Tonight, the man adorned the custom apparel that is just unique. I mean, it's selling like hotcakes. When I buy
You
my shirt,
know,
I'm gonna cut the sleeve off mine though.
that's what Steve is. Then it could be a little workout, little vibe for you, man.
All right, the custom clothing designer, the icon, Chris Leo.
Yo. I'm happy to be here. Oh man, Sunday. I mean Monday, Monday, my bad. It's better than Monday Night Football, y'all. Thanks for joining us.
All right, next I'm going to my brother at the bottom, who is the biggest Dallas Cowboys fan. I can't wait the football season for I can say, hey, the Cowboys lost on Monday nights. But I ain't gonna be petty tonight, man. My main man from Atlanta, Georgia. You know him tonight as Super Mario Senior.
Hey man, what's going on? Greetings and salutations to everybody. I'm glad to be back.
All right, listen. So before we get into the hot topics, man, I just want to say technically I am still good on my bet. I said Warriors in 5, then I said Warriors in 6. But after the Warriors lost the first game at home, I think the Warriors were going to win the next 4 games. I think Golden State didn't respect those boys, didn't take them serious. I always say you live by the jump shot, you die by the jump shot. And I think that Golden State, if Draymond don't get suspended for being Draymond, will run the next 4 games and win the series in 5. What you got, Chris Leo?
I must disagree. I don't think anybody's seen Game 1 coming. I personally did myself, but I did call Game 1. I didn't think he was going to get a 6 3-pointer performance from Al Horford. That was big. I personally just think that the Boston Celtics from 1 to 8 is better than the Warriors. I think the Warriors, I'm going to give the Warriors starting 5 better simply because of the experience, but I think 1 through 8, the Boston Celtics is better. I think that it's time for Tatum to come alive. That team been a core for a while, and I look forward to seeing them. Like I said, Celtics 6.
Super Mario Senior, what you say?
I think it's actually nobody seen 1 coming. I agree, and I think what really happened is Draymond said it so eloquently. We won 42 minutes, and then what happened is you fell asleep, and then you just started saying they thought that the Boston was going to lay down, and not this time. That's what I'm saying. I think exactly what Horace think. At the most, it'll go to 6. I think what happened is the same thing happened the other night we just seen. They started off tough. The third quarter, they made a run, but then this time they didn't lay down and they didn't go to sleep. And Boston didn't have the shooting career of their lifetime by the second-hand people. And that's what it show you because Tatum got off. Brown did Brown because Tatum and Brown never get out together. And then here we go. And I think this is going to continuously be. Now, if Al Horford is going to shoot like that and White is getting off consistently, so I can't take nothing from him. But if the role player is going to shoot that like over 60% in threes, there's nothing I can do.
So we can depend on your bench players and your role players, but you can't depend on ours. Horford,
no, really. I never said nothing about our bench players one time. I never mentioned them. I don't need them. I never said I want Jordan Poole. I never brought that up. I'm telling you, still the people, the starting 5. If the starting Clay was abysmal. If Clay was half the Clay he was, it's even more of a blowout. You almost lost by 30, and Clay was like the worst Clay I've seen in a long time. So if Clay just go to Boston and be half of Clay and Steph be Steph, then we all right.
So what happened with Tatum be Tatum?
Tatum was
Tatum scored 11 points the first game.
No, not the first game. We're talking about the second.
He set a 13. He set the most assists ever for a first time final person in the finals. Yeah, he set that record, but he had 11 points the first round and he shot terribly.
How many Brown had the second game?
I'm not sure.
Right, because they never get off together. So I'm not worried about Brown and Tatum getting off together. So okay, if Tatum get off, then Brown won't, and then we'll have
another 6 3-pointer quarter from Curry. We can expect that with his fourth quarter woes.
Yeah, we can expect that though.
Can we admit this?
The best shooter in the world ever.
Can we admit this?
3-pointers in the quarter.
Yes.
That's not. That's regular.
So no, it's not. No, you said can you expect it? So let's get what you just said. Would I bet on Curry, the best shooter ever created, hitting 6 3-pointers in the quarter, or two people who never got out together ever getting out together again? I'm gonna take my Curry. I'm gonna take my Curry.
You need to look at that tape. Look at them shots. They weren't defended shots. Those shots was wide open set shots.
You asked me because of what? Your best defense didn't slide up on picks. Your best defense in the league didn't come over top of the best He didn't say, "Hey, y'all back up and let me shoot." They backed up, so that's his fault.
Well, what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is, I also get what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, if you look at Horford's shots, if you look at White's shots, that whole first game, those shots was wide open. If you're gonna leave them open, I think a professional should be able to hit shots like that. That's left wide open.
Yeah, but game 2 that didn't happen. Chris, can we understand? Can we say this? In basketball years, Golden State is an older team. Mm-hmm. Boston is a young team, young legs, young guys, but with no experience. So Golden State, I feel, has to win it this year because they're kind of outdated in NBA years. Even though they're great and they brought some young pieces in, they are considered to be old. But listen, I still think game 1 was all Golden State till they, I think the shot stopped working and they stopped going to the basket. And I think game 2, like I said, you've seen the Warriors. I think game 3, one thing about Boston all through every series, if they have an amazing game like they had in 1, they don't show up for another 2 games. I don't know if they legs flap. So 2 and 3, I don't see Boston coming up. And then they'll show up and then they flat. They are not consistent. Zay, the latest man, you know something about basketball?
Just a little bit. I know this. They messed up my sweep. But it's all right, though. Because that embarrassment that they got that first game, they going to pay for it. But, again, I digress. Because I hear what you're saying, Chris. But that's just, I think, hopeful talk. Because you like the black coach and you like the underdog team. But Golden State, I said 5 games. They slipped. They still might get 5 about that first game, but they definitely out of there in 6. Ain't no game 7.
Yeah. Chris a light-skinned hater. Chris is a light-skinned hater.
It's on fact. It's okay.
I will accept everything you say. I am a light-skinned hater. I am a Warrior hater. I'm completely that. But y'all can't tell me what y'all seen in these playoffs that give you that thought. Nothing. Y'all haven't seen anything in these playoffs that make y'all think what y'all saying. Sweep game in 5 games. Y'all are talking about seasons past. Y'all ain't seen nothing. Not one series.
I tell you what.
If it's 4 quarters, I seen the Golden State Warriors dominate 7 of them.
Which ones?
That's good.
Okay, 1, 2, and 3 till they came back on the first game.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, and 4 in the second game. So if it's 8 quarters, I've seen the Golden State Warriors dominate 7. That's what I've seen. Okay. So if I see a team dominate 7 quarters, leads me to say I'm not no Stephen A. Smith, but they could probably beat them in 5. Cause that mean
well, we said this before they played a minute. That's what y'all said.
Right, and I'm saying
we're doubling down now is what we're saying.
You know what I like, Chris? I know what I like. You back in the corner. You would not let go.
They got y'all on the fence.
Chris, you have nothing to stand on.
Y'all talking about shit from years past. Y'all ain't seen nothing this playoff and this year that make you believe that they can sweep these boys. That they can.
Right, I ain't seen nothing from them. I ain't seen nothing from them. Right, they have showed. Right, you're right. Correct. Boston have showed me nothing to make me think that Golden State can't sweep them. I agree.
Well, okay. beating the preseason number 1 ranked team or the
Hurt.
team that everybody thought was going to
You
win.
can't go down this road because you're a coach.
Do we need to? Because
So
we
you take
did
Michael
a lot of
Jordan
stuff.
off. You take Michael Jordan off the team and then say, or Scottie Pippen off and say you beat
Michael
the Bulls.
Jordan wasn't there.
I'm asking you. You say you beat the Bulls.
Can I say this? I just want to touch on it a little bit, but Chris is not going to lay down. So this conversation will go 30 minutes because he's really not about to lay on the sword. He's just really out of this. So let's go to serious news, some trending news. Do I need to go over the articles we had besides mass shootings every day? I will say that we had recent news. You had one young man, Atlanta rapper Trouble, who was killed. They classify it now as a home invasion. To keep it black and urban, the young rapper was over visiting a young lady. Don't know if it was a date or whatnot. Another young man broke into the apartment and fired on him, 1 shot to the chest. No injuries to the woman. And at the age of 34, the young rapper is dead. And in another case, you had where a young rapper, Metro Boomin, his mother was killed in a domestic situation. So to light it up, you have 2 situations revolving a domestic disturbance of domestic violence. The thing that I want to pretty much touch on with this story with home invasion, we have had so many situations like this with whether you say in Atlanta, Florida, wherever you stay at, how many stories have we heard about a man or somebody getting killed for altercation, a dispute between a woman? So this man, they didn't know each other. This man is over in a woman's house visiting her. I'm a presume the best, and someone that she was dating or didn't want or whatever comes in and has an altercation with him. I'm going to go to the latest man first because I pretty much know how this is going to shape out. What's your thoughts?
Coming over there first. First and foremost, you gonna stop saying touching on this story. I don't like that. That sound you say. Just say we're gonna look into this or something. But no, seriously, when I did hear that, first thing I want to say is rest in peace to that brother. Very cool, laid back, positive speaking brother from what I've seen on throughout what he puts out. So we do want to say rest in peace to that black young man. But the story seemed fishy from the beginning. They were saying a break-in and then he got shot. And I'm saying, I don't know a person on earth who breaks into a home while there are known people there. They just don't do that anymore. That was cat burglar, I think that was going on. We were kids. I don't think that in 2022 that's going on. So, at first I was thinking she set him up. Dang, you know what I mean? He slipped. But then as you learn more, they said that they weren't inside the house. He was actually outside in the vehicle. And you see the look on the forgive me, I saw the look off of the mugshot picture. He looked like one of them crazy jokers, like smiling, like, yeah, I did it. So to me, I did what I had to do to defend her honor. And so what you're telling me kind of comes to the light where I feel like maybe she wasn't fooling with him. This guy has a little bit more swagger, money, whatever it is, charisma that she's liking this guy over him. He can't compete. So what does he think? I'm going to obliterate my competition. And he kills this young man. Another black man leaves here. Unfortunately, I hope that it's not behind the young lady, but God doggone it, that's what it looked like. So, and I don't know too much more about that story, but I know that did happen, and rest in peace to that young man. Very sad occasion.
Well, first of all, Chris says often on the show, we don't condone sucker stuff, right? Second of all, I've never understood the ideology behind. Now, you shot him, but now you took yourself out of the equation as well. So neither one of y'all will have her. And I'm damn sure if she's so amazing, she got somebody right now. Chris Leo, what's your thoughts on that?
Oh man, I don't know much about the situation at all. Like I got time. I'm trying to detox myself from bad news and murder and stuff like that. So I haven't really been paying too much attention to it. I know the little that I know about Trouble. I don't know much about his music, but I just like his man vibe. His lingo it reminded me of Rocco, and I just thought he was a cool dude, man. I think for me, man, I just think it is bad all the way around and all three parties. I don't know much. I just like for the little bit that I know. For one, I don't think that. I think that we need to let go this glorification of hitting another dude's old lady. I don't know if that was the situation. I'm just speculating, but we gotta let that go. You know what I'm saying? We talk about protect black women. That's supposed to be the protection. That's supposed. Oh, that's Zay old lady, man. Don't. You know what I'm saying? Don't touch her. Or that's Hardy wife. Ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's supposed to be a woman's protection. The man that she's with, especially if that man is, solid or whatever, or known, whatever. Either way, we need to live by a code where we don't do that. We just don't do that. It's too many women, especially in the Atlanta area. It's too many women. You don't have to. And also, when I counsel men, I tell them, hey, stop hitting them at their house. You know what I'm saying? That's probably another man's house. She's probably been in a relationship, something deep with that man. Stop hitting her at the house. Get a room, hit her at your spot or whatever. And if you got it like that, have a couple of spots or whatever. But don't be going over another man's house where another man used to lay down. Another man that probably impregnated that woman and stuff like that. As far as the dude, I thought that was sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? We grew up saying that we don't fight over women. You know what I'm saying? A wise man once told me, if that's on her body, that belongs to her. We don't control what women do with their box. We don't control it. They can do it whatever they want to. It's not yours, it's your turn. And I know people take offense to me when I talk like that, but that's just what it is. It ain't yours, it's your turn. We got to start thinking in that mindset. We got to stop thinking that there's a such thing as good girls, especially at that age. It's just not. She's probably dealing with somebody. Go into it with the thought that she's probably dealing with somebody, and you need to be cautious. And for her, I just think I'm speculating again. I don't know if you had that man come over to your crib, man. I don't know if you was in a relationship with the dude or you trying to sneak around and shit like that. But who's gonna protect us? We always ask to do the protection, but who's gonna protect us? You got buddy coming through there. If you still rocking with the other buddy, man, you gotta handle this business, man. You can't let a man come into a situation like that to lose his life or even be able to take another life, man. So I think the whole situation is pretty sad. I'm not going to speak on the Metro Boomin and his mother's situation. I'm going to say killing a woman over whatever it is sucker shit, unless your life is in danger or something like that. But it's just sad to hear that, dog. That's how I feel about that. I think it's real, real sad.
Well, the most amazing part you said is home field advantage. Don't be going to these chicks' house in 2020.
Doing that.
Super Mario Senior.
I think all y'all said everything that was really to say. I'm gonna say this. This is becoming like a occurrence now, and I think it come from men being too emotional. At some point, you got to learn to control your anger. I don't give a damn. Bottle it up, go punch a wall, go hug a tree. I don't care what you do. See, sometimes when you get too much into your inner side, and then you get too emotional, and you feel like all this stuff like this, man. Listen, man. Sometimes a man just need to be a man. Right now, we're looking at examples of what is not a man, and I bet you both of these dudes, before we had to talk to them, before this happened, they would have said, "And that's a good man. He always telling me how he feel. He always into his feeling." I bet you they were the kind of guys that just professing their love at every corner and just always emotionally and tapped to their girl, so much so that they just couldn't let it go. And that's a dangerous thing. And I'm gonna keep saying, men have to be men and women have to be women. And if you keep blurring them lines, you're gonna keep getting men that's acting like women and women that's acting like men. And in the black community, we cannot afford this. Now we got Trouble, who was a wealthy guy in the inner city, getting taken out at 34. The dude who they said did it was like 34, 35. Then you got Metro Boomin mama, who was dating a black guy. So now he killed himself. He killed her and killed himself. So now you got this young boy still in his young, maybe late 20s, growing up, didn't really have his father. Now his mom gone, and now the dude who had been around his mom for so long killed her. It's like, come on, brother. It's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? But one thing for sure, I can say this too. This is Atlanta, and anything that happened in Atlanta, they're gonna magnify it because it's black people too. So just always understand that and just say, man, we got to do better. Because sometimes we like to listen, I'm all for that. I'm a man every day of the week. I'm going to die one. But we got to do better. And if it means that you got to go outside and punch a wall, punch that wall. If it means that you got to go to the strip club and pay for 10 boom boom rooms, what would anybody say? Go for 20 strippers. Leave her alone and walk away. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, the sad part is, man, we've even had that. We had an area like that in our neighborhood where it seemed like that was happening a lot at one time, man. And I just always, I lost 2 close friends that I knew that dated, and I just couldn't understand the equation. Like, what's the logic behind it? Like, you do that, and now what? You know, so maybe it's emotion, maybe it's dysfunctional. That's toxic love. That if you want to use the word toxic, maybe that is it. Because I've seen best friends kill each other, kill the other friend over a girl. I've seen lovers kill one of the, you know. So those situations, man, I just don't never see. I don't never see it happen too often. I mean, I just don't get it. But to keep our short slate tonight, I'm actually going to, Chris has something, and we are going to probably argue for a while on this one. Because it was a clip that came up today where a guy said that we don't have the right to hold black women accountable. I think that's what it was. Yeah, so I'm gonna play a 1-minute clip for y'all, and then we go ahead and scrap it out.
This gonna piss a lot of y'all off listening.
What?
But I just got to be very honest with it. When I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute. If you in the sports, if you the leader of the team and the team loses, they gonna come at you, right? Because you're the leader.
You're the quarterback.
If we the leader of the community, and if black women are so out of control, or modern women are so out of control, then ain't that on us?
Yeah.
Like, didn't we drop the ball some fucking where? Because when I think about it, like, we are the least, if we're just talking about black men and black women, we are less educated than them.
Yeah.
And it's getting to the point where we even starting to make less money than them.
Yeah.
I don't think we even in a fucking position to hold them accountable. Hold each other accountable. Let them hold each other accountable, and then we kind of come back and meet in the middle.
I had that conversation today. We borrowed that from the HBR show, that clip. I thought it was a good conversation. There were so many points in that show that bothered me that I didn't really know what to tackle first because, you know, I always say my self-worth can't be tied to tangible stuff as how many degrees I got, how much money I got. Does that make me not be a man by not having those things? And I got to have those things in order to address someone. So maybe I'm lost and I don't understand it, but that's what I took from the clip. And Chris wanted to have this dispute tonight because he said that it was something interesting. So who's going first, Mario? No, Chris. I'm going to you first.
Okay. Well, honestly, man, technically, I agree with Buddy. I think that as men, I hope that he's doing this in good faith, and I hope he's not doing this for female validation or nothing like that. But just taking off of what he said, I think men are problem solvers, and we accept accountability even when it's may not be our fault. We want to put ourselves, in that position and say, okay, well, I hold myself accountable for this. But there was a couple of things that I slightly disagree with. I start with his analogy. He made the football analogy. Well, if we the quarterback, then if the black women are so out of control, then it's our fault. So that means as the quarterback, as the leaders, we take blame when the team lose. Now, using that same analogy now, we take blame, we accept the cheer and the validation when they win too. So if they doing, if what he said, they're so educated and they making more money, then as the team leaders, we got to get some kind of congratulations for that. If we're going to take all the blame, I remember, because he used a sports analogy. I've seen a Super Bowl where Tom Brady did not throw a touchdown pass in it. We don't hold it against him. We still give him the victory of the Super Bowl, and he didn't throw a touchdown pass in the whole game. So but he still get the credit. So the same thing here. We should get the credit for their success. Now let's talk about their success. He talked about they're more educated. See, the devil's in the details. They're more enrolled than we are. That when you think about educated, I think about somewhat the level of smart. Men outnumber women in STEM across the board, and those are the things that pays the most money. Science, technology, I forgot what the E is, in math. Those professions pays the most money. Women normally goes to school for humanities, such as like therapy and guidance counselors and teachers and things like that. They know nursing and things like that. Those does not pay as much as those STEM degrees do. So yes, they're more enrolled, but honestly, if you think about the culture of a college campus now, it's more liberal, it's more feminist, and it's basically the heterosexual man is almost attacked on college campuses. She talked about money. He talked about how they earn more than us. There's no, I dare you to tell me where you could find 32 millionaire black women, in anywhere. Then I can tell you 32. I can take the top highest black men paid in the NFL. That's 32 right there. I can take the top highest paid in the NBA. That's 30 right there. I could take the baseball. That's more millionaires. We're not talking about the movie stars, the rappers, and then the people that just work the regular jobs, that deal in construction, all the doctors. We go to school for being doctors more. So this money thing, I don't know. I don't know what he's getting that from, because we still make far more money. The average median income for a woman is like $40,000. So, well, maybe even less than that, I think. So when we talk about all these numbers, then we gotta really, really, really pay attention to that. And to say that we can't hold a woman accountable is bullshit. What we need to do is stop being neutered, stop being muted. We 100% can hold whoever we want to hold accountable because we're the team leader. Draymond Green is not the best player on the Warriors, but I guarantee you, y'all won't say he ain't gonna take no shit from nobody on that team, including the coach, Steph Curry, or Clay. And he don't have to be the best to hold them boys accountable. He just got to give a damn. And since we give a damn, we damn sure got the right to hold anybody accountable in our community that we lead. That's
okay, so Mario Senior, I still don't really have rules of engagement for this, because my answer is basic. Help me understand what I'm missing in that video.
Well, I kind of agree with Chris. I feel like part of his video is kind of like got three parts, the way Chris broke it down. The ending part, that's been my motto for the last couple of shows. I honestly believe that with all my heart. I believe women should check women and men should check men. But I strongly disagree with the point that we don't have the right to check women. I think it's the best course of action because they are not listening to us and we want a solution. So I figured let's try men listening to men and women to listen to women. Not because women shouldn't listen to men, but I just don't think it's happening. So instead of arguing back and forth, let's just say, get your advice from a woman who went down the same road you went through, and then men do the same thing. He took it upon himself to say, we don't have the right to. And see, the right is not given or it's not earned. That's what you're born with. And in every culture, the first person on the battlefield, the first person in the line, like the analogy he ran, the quarterback and everything falls on them. So you can't say protect black women, you need to be better men. We sorry because our men and all this, and then you don't, but then you want to run it. So it's like you want us to be the hitman or the security guards for the whole nation and shut the hell up. And that just can't happen. And there's no nation that ever prevailed when the men was not leading it. Now. So I always say, I understand what he said. I think he got a little carried away. I'm gonna do like Chris on this one, and I don't like to give people the benefit of the doubt. I like to take people at what they were, but I think how passionate he spoke, I honestly think he was trying to come from a good place. And I think he was just basically trying to say, stop talking about women so much, and men focus on men, and women focus on women. If he had kept it on that line, I would have had nothing against the brother said, because he did. But all the points and the facts that Chris brought up were actually true. And I think that would have been a good conversation for them two to have.
I think the only thing that bothered me about the video before I go to Zay was the fact of saying men don't have the right to do such, and then listing his variables, which I didn't think had anything to do with that equation. Like, oh, they're the most, they make this and they do this. And I'm like, what? I just didn't feel like they had anything to do with it. So that's what I didn't agree with. Latest man.
All right. Video was a lot. I'm gonna try and tackle it because you got to compartmentalize it. I'm gonna agree with Mario. If he kept one band, one sound throughout what he was saying, his message, then you can clearly agree or disagree. But he started off on one tone, then he ended on a tone that we all agree with. Like Mario said, I think we've been coming to that realization, even with our platform, kind of just trying to educate women on some things that men are saying, are not what's up as far as or conducive towards growth, and then some of the blowback that we've gotten, and we've kind of turned our positioning to, all right, we're gonna worry about helping men, and we're gonna let y'all deal with women, since men can't tell women what to do and women shouldn't be telling men what to do, which I feel like is the best thing to do, accountability. But when you go back to the beginning and you talk about leadership, this thing with leadership and black men can't have a sliding scale. What I tend to notice is when it comes time for responsibility, when it comes time for money, when it comes time for all these things, black men, the leaders. But then when it comes time to listening to instruction or authority, who are you talking to? That's the real problem. And that's where you got to dig inside your own chest and ask yourself, am I a team player? Because he made reference to sports. And I thought about this. You are absolutely correct. When LeBron James is having a great game, oh man, the Lakers, and you hear LeBron James. When Lakers are losing, you hear LeBron James. So what we as men hear is when we're successful, oh my man. When we're losing, oh my man. You see the two different discuss or the two different tone levels? That's what happens. So he's correct. And I've said this numerous of times. Women right now are excelling. Chris was talking about the STEM program, which the E is engineering, right? Women are excelling. When I look back, no, just helping you out, brother. When I look back and I say, how are a lot of these women excelling? My dear brother to the left of me, Mario, he spoke on this before. A lot of women are excelling because they've gotten help from men. Like Chris said, we step up. We don't get any accolades or kudos for doing it, but we're doing it. And I want you to understand in this, right? Because I think you were explaining it to the doctors at one time. Who helped you as you were fighting to get those degrees? Dad, uncle, brother, boyfriend, boo, cousin, or somebody who was normally a male who loved and looked out for you. Why? Because we're taught to sacrifice ourselves. That's the love that we're taught. So when you guys say that we don't have no love and we're emotionless, that is not true. We are selfless a lot of times, because we'll make sure. I know a lot of guys that were taking penitentiary chances to make sure that a little sister could go to school, a cousin, a girlfriend, whatever the case may be. Guys don't get passes like that. Nobody not looking out for no grown man. They telling him he better get it. You understand what I'm saying? So as a woman, you know what I'm saying? When you get a chance to reap the benefits or the rewards of what you got education-wise, so it turns out into monetization, and you start looking at the counterpart, which is going to be us, the men, right? You got to start asking yourself, at what point can I be a team player? Stop worrying about going chest to chest with the person that you're saying that you want a life with or anything of that nature. It's so stupid. It gets on my nerves because I don't understand for the life of me. If this is what you're saying you want, how come you can't work toward it without bashing the other side? It's not about what you say, it's how you say certain things. He slipped on how he was talking. But a lot of times, I know that you women mean well, especially our beloved Black sisters. I know y'all mean well when y'all trying to pour into us. But as Mario alluded to earlier, you guys speak heavily with emotion, and that turns into talking at a man. That's not encouraging to help him get on board or up to speed with you so that we can be a powerful force. Why do we as Black people always miss this and start blaming the other side? Is beyond me. I don't know. But if we're going to fix anything, we got to fix that. How does that start? With the accountability of ourselves. Us as men shouldn't have to hold women accountable. You should hold your damn self accountable because you know what you said you want. And if you can't work toward that fairly, then stop. The leadership thing, hey, man, if you want a Black man to lead, allow him to. Help him out. Like Martin said, naturally, guys with the nurturers, the homemakers. You know what homemakers do? They help make sure that it's cozy and neat. They don't cause chaos. So as he was saying, you know, we probably can't check them. We're not in a position to check them. Listen, if she wants me to be her man or she wants me to be her leader, I better be in a position to say something to you, or we can't be. I just can't coexist in a space like that. But that's what I got. I do agree with how he ended. You know what I'm saying? We do got to check each other, hold each other accountable. I love my brothers on here because we do that. You know what I'm saying? And we just ask that women do the same. And if we could do that, I think the Black nation will raise up and be great again. But we got to figure out ourselves first. That's all I got with that.
Xavier, I've done many shows.
That was a good one.
God damn it, Xavier.
You're welcome. I'm fed up. Tired of the crap. Guys, guys do this and guys do that. That's why I'm failing. No, damn it, you're failing because of you. Change your decisions. It'll change your results. That's all I'm saying. Guys, same thing. But I stopped talking to women. Talk to guys. You ever talk to a brick wall?
The whole leadership thing. Again, I said it on the show with the doctors. It don't make a difference what type of leader you are. You could be strategically the best, smartest, best communicator. If you don't have willing followers, it doesn't matter. I hear when we talk about a time when men was when what they say was leaders back in the day. They was taking care of the home, paying the bills, all this other stuff. What did women do at that point in time? They fought to go to work. Why this golden years of dating, this golden years when men was men, took care of the house, did everything, stayed. What did women do? They fought to get out of the house and work. So you mean to tell me those great leaders that everybody pay homage to and everybody say was great, if they couldn't keep their women in the house, what do you think we're gonna do? What the hell do you think we're gonna do? And then this notion about this money thing. Anybody with economic sense knows. Anybody with economic sense knows it's not how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep. You can be making $100,000. If student loans kicking your ass, if credit card bills are kicking your ass, if the maintenance on your hair is kicking your ass, fingernails, toenails, you got to eat out all the time. If all those things are kicking your ass, what does it matter if I'm making 50 and you making 100 when your lifestyle is 120? It doesn't matter. It's about you ain't even keeping the money. So look, I'm just saying nobody should be telling us what we can and cannot do, and simultaneously telling us we supposed to take responsibility because we the leaders. That don't make no damn sense.
They got to can that money talk, man. Money does not money is very important. Let me not say that. Money is very important, but as we've been saying and as we've been looking, it's not what's on you, it's what's in you. You know what I'm saying? And I said this before. I said there are all types of kings. The wealthy ones, you know what I'm saying? The smart ones, knowledgeable ones, the caring ones, all types. You're still a king. You understand what I'm saying? And if we keep attaching everything to money, it's the reason why we keep going astray. Because the minute a woman sees that a man don't have no money, she can't love him. As if he can't never, ever make any money again. You understand what I'm saying? Or he can't lead her or something to that effect. And that's another sickening thing. Guys, get out there and make you some money. You know what I'm saying? Whatever capacity, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Just be a man with inside of that. Understand what Chris said. Not what you make. It's about what you keep. You know what I'm saying? But lead properly. You know what I'm saying? And women, I'm gonna say, don't allow just because a man doesn't have a whole bunch of money to say that he's not a leader. Stop stripping us that way. You know what I'm saying? It's damaging to us emotionally. As you guys already say, a lot of men don't have a lot of emotional intelligence as is. Now, if the very thing that he's trying to get, which is a woman or a black woman, keeps tearing him apart, it's going down. So I don't know. And I just want to touch bases on Don's comment. If you could pull that back up for me, Chris. Sorry about that horse. Don, I love you dearly. You know I love you with all my heart, right? And I know you said that's not true. You didn't get any help. Don, you're an anomaly. You're a unicorn. And in life, there are that sometimes. The generalization, though, is what usually is the problem, because we'll have someone such as yourself who didn't need that. That's not everyone's story. And I guarantee that's not the vast majority. So some didn't get help. And kudos to you. We pat you guys on the back. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the case for most. And unfortunately, that's what I was speaking on, but not your
but if you, not to cut you off though, even if you didn't get financial help directly pouring into you and going to schooling, when you go on dates, the man normally foots that. So right now, if I'm in college and you in college, right? Every time I like a woman, it's my job to go most of the time, if I'm a man, to go put gas in my car, come pick you up. First, need to get a car, because you ain't no man if you ain't got no car. Then if you stay with too many roommates, which is cost efficient, you stay with all them dudes. So now a woman can stay with 6 of her homegirls and we'll go right up to that house and take her on every day. But if you come over to my house, there's too many dudes. Same broke college students, right? So now I gotta pay a bill that I shouldn't have to pay just to be looked at as a guy of stature, right? But let's just say, so now I have to get an apartment, I have to get a car, I have to fill up my car. Then I have to woo you, because you ain't going to no McDonald's and no Burger King, the kind of stuff that a college student can afford. No. You want to go to the Cheesecake Factory and all that stuff, knowing we go to the same college and we don't work a job. But now I have to find some way without doing anything illegal and coming up with money to do this. So now I have to go buy and pay for the date. Then I have to do this several times, because one thing for sure, you ain't no hoe. So I have to keep doing it. So I have to keep doing this and keep doing this in hopes of one day you will say, you know what? This is my dude. After so many times of me doing this, that, you know what? I pay for one date. And then that's what the average, we're not just talking about Don. We're talking about the majority right here. We're not going to put it on one person. We're talking about, because it's easy to put it on one person, because then you can talk about your life experiences and how you're the anomaly. Like Zay, and we're going to talk about the average boy going to college right now and the average girl. So when a girl get out of college and say, a man ain't helped me, he ain't pay for now one of these books, he ain't know why he didn't have to know why you paid for your books, because you didn't have to spend your money on food, because you went on 42,000 dates. You know why you didn't have to you could pay for your whole college? Because he came and picked you up and dropped you off everywhere you want to go all over school. So not even the fact that most men still, like Zay and Chris and Horace, I said, just pour it into women, because I know too many drug dealers that funded women, but we're not even going to brought it. I'm just saying, on the simple thing is a little boy waking up to put his pants on in the morning. He has to have some money just to make it through the day. A girl can get up in the morning and be broke as I don't know what and have no ridicule through the whole day. She can eat for free. She gets hollered at for free. She gets wooed for free. And then she comes back and she say anything about how bad her day was. Dudes will be around her like nets trying to help her fix her problems. If a dude could have 4 jobs, 2 children, and going to school, and if he complain one time, he a sorry nigga that need to shut up. It's never going to be the same. And I don't want to hear the comparison at all.
Don, ain't no such thing as unicorns. You ain't no damn unicorn.
Right. Like she said, she got a son. So that's what I'm saying. That's when most moms get it, when they have a son. Because then they say, like, damn, you're right. Because that's the thing. You're going to tell your son, don't be taking all them girls out of them dates. Don't be paying for all them dates. See, everything you ask a man to do, when you have a little boy, it becomes the worst thing in the world. But it'd be crazy how they daddy or the dude who didn't make it was the same dude. He went to Red Lobster so much he had a members only.
Time out. You know, Mario, you touched on a real important point. I got in trouble and I took a little backlash about this. I was having a conversation with a woman who was telling me some of these things that you were saying, like, man, it's the men's fault. They don't stick around and raise the kids and all this other good stuff. And it ranks sorry men. I said, dang, you might have a point, except who was around, who raised that man. Call me. I'm not no rocket scientist. I ain't a genius. I don't know everything, but I do know this. There was somebody around he picked up these characteristics from. And if the men weren't available, God only made 2 species. Damn what United States government talking about. He made male and he made female. If it's a known fact that the man wasn't around, and I don't want to ruffle any feathers, but I do want you to take a hard, cold look in the mirror. Why am I saying that? Because I see how a lot of women treat their young boys, like we just spoke of. He a prince, he a king. That makes broken men. That makes the type of men that go around and kill other men about women and then kill themselves. That was on the song we listened to growing up. If I can't have, I'm gonna kill him and kill myself. Well, what the hell kind of sense? Because it's emotional. But we know of the 2 species, which one is the emotional one. Not saying that the other one doesn't have any emotion, but man, taught to use this. We said that earlier. So we just got to kind of look at ourselves, see the roles that we play inside of these things before we hurry up and spew the negativity. We're trying to push positivity. We're trying to push production. Just something, a tidbit that I want to leave with y'all. Don't mean that I'm right, but it's something to ponder on. That's that.
I think that's a whole other show, man. We gotta touch on the mother-son relationship. I be feeling like I think that a lot of times women will stick to the girl code over the son, over just that mother-son relationship. And I feel that way because think about it. All of us got mothers. Ain't now one of them taught us how to sleep with a woman on the first date. But she know. Ain't now mother taught us that if we give money, how that woman gonna look at us. But they know. Yeah. All the tricks of the trade that we to get women to give their hearts to you, to all this other stuff, they don't tell us. But they know. But then they'll to stick to the girl code, they'll tell us that roses and poems work. But they know that's not the case. And they won't give us a cheat code. And they're our mothers. And they will not give us a cheat code. Tell me, did your mother teach you how to smash a girl on the first night?
Nah.
Do you think she knew?
100%.
She didn't talk to some girls. Some women had told her what he said, what happened, but she never gave us the game because it was the sister code is so strong. We need to really. I think we need to talk about this conversation one night.
Yeah. And it's indicative on the other side because most men tell their little girls everything they're gonna do. Every trick.
Yeah.
She can utter, hey, this minute, nah, see, this is where you gotta watch out. He can go 3 ways. I'm talking about you give it a game plan all the way. A dude, that's what you call just a total protector. Even when they say we don't protect women, the minute we do, I understand every trick I've had in my life. My daughter has known it right now. Now, whether she look for it or not, she know it. But my mom have never told me any trick. To get
no tricks.
No.
And that's because of the girl code, the woman code.
Right. That's why it's hard to hold accountability because you got to put other people before your main objective.
Did I talk that? Sliding grades.
It's okay with me. I gotta hold men accountable because I don't want my daughter dating no sorry dude. See, that's why I got to hold men accountable because I got to be a representation there. But women don't have to. You can just mind your business and say, she should have had a daddy, or he
No, they
should
don't
have
say
had a
not my
daddy,
friend.
or he should have. And that's it. You can raise a sorry boy and say, yo is always gonna have an out, and say what? He ain't had no daddy. I had to do it all by myself. There's some single fathers out here who don't get to say that same thing about their daughter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she had daughters, but if she had a son, she wouldn't have told him what not to do. She wouldn't have told him how to make sure you get a woman's soul. Nope. She would have stuck. She would have held that deep inside. Give us the game.
You
All right.
quiet on this, Mars.
Yeah, I mean,
Billy Ocean come.
Zay, listen, I'm gonna give you your flowers because you like flowers, right? Because that's what I see growing in the front. I see some pretty flowers in your front yard. I have never seen
Roses.
not roses in the front yard, Zay.
Roses smell like boo-boo. That's it.
Yeah, listen, Zay. Listen, I don't know what to say, man. I dreamed of this moment when you came on, and I don't know, man. That was quite the commentary that you gave me. I waited. So no, some shows I don't have a lot to add. I told you I was kind of perplexed on what he said, and I damn sure don't like men to be defined by tangibles such as money or achievements like degrees and all of that stuff. So that's what.
I think that we understand because money is not going to raise the man. And I think that's why it was a trigger for you, myself. You know what I'm saying? Hardy can attest to it too. You know what I'm saying? My father was a wealthy businessman. Hardy's father was a wealthy businessman. You know? And both of our fathers were not really there for us physically in the physical sense to teach us some of these nuances that we're talking about. So what the caveat is, what I think about women don't understand is that money don't raise men. Actual or children, forget men. Money don't raise them. Being there physically and present, teaching them some of the things that Hardy said. I got a daughter. I think I told her every stupid thing I've ever done, and she ain't even that old yet. Hey, you don't want to do that, and I do. And we probably talk about it, but I'm telling her, I'm watering that seed, I'm planting it, and letting her know, baby, look out for some of these things. But we just, man, listen. I need to get that part together. I tell you, I'm not gonna go on and rant. I know we want to keep it short and sweet, but we got to get some things together, and the accountability gonna come from the men, trying to teach them kind of recognizing where they can actually aid in us getting ahead, and it's gonna work out for you because if you do some of the things that we're kind of talking about, I guarantee you'll see a turnaround in your relationships. Heck, I'll even your finances because you allow somebody to tell you, you know what I'm saying, how to do something, not feel like you have it all together. And we don't want you to have it all together. As Chris said, we hear so many women say, how they do all this stuff, strong black woman. But y'all don't want to be. Y'all want to be coddled. Y'all want to be taken care of. Y'all will joke about it. You know what I'm saying, amongst the women. But you sit down and have a real conversation about it with men. Especially men that you want to grow is the question that we got to probably have an episode on. But, hey. I want to get to that.
You probably said some real good shit, but most of the time you sound like you're singing Computer Love.
I can't help. God bless me with the Barry White. I ain't Billy Ocean.
No, I'm saying like
no, that ain't Barry White. That's Cricket Wireless.
You sound like you sound like you're singing Computer Love the whole time.
Oh, it's the Decepticons. They don't want me to give out these jewels. You know what I'm saying? They seen that I was coming tonight. They said, you know what? We gotta stop. But they said, what up?
You remember as kids, you used to like to sing in front of the fan. That's what it sounded like.
Hey, I'm saying, I'm
like
sorry.
Hey, Nintendo 64 over there.
Listen, for those who have lost that gem, I'm sorry for y'all. I hope y'all figure it out. But for those who caught it, I'll be with you. Apply it. I tell you that much.
I'm gonna call Bumblebee to decode it.
Hey, don't worry.
Matrix over that,
Listen, and we can wrap it up. This will be the first time we ended the show before 1 hour, man.
I'm gonna wrap it up every time.
It's because I was late.
We actually didn't know you would be here, Zay. Listen, you talked to Zay. See, Zay didn't mention nothing about nothing. This man, you see him on the IG story the next moment. I was like, boy, this motherfucker here, boy, I don't know.
He's inside out Oreo. I see you, the white, my brother. I respect that.
It
And you
wasn't
see
for
how
white
he
people.
threw the shoulder on the table. The
Yeah.
other buddy is posing regular. He didn't went GQ style on his pose, man. I can see what he
Listen,
did.
man. Hey, listen,
Oh,
man. You
man.
gotta have that killer instinct. I can't tell him how to be. I know how I'm coming though.
All right, listen. Hey, my bad, Derek Byrne. My bad, little D watching at home. We will keep it PG. We got a teenager, but listen, we got a young fan that listens to the show, man. So we got a 15-year-old that listens to the show. So that's powerful and that's impactful. Before we go, I always want to salute our angry fan, Ashley Napier, who comes. I'm pretty sure it's part of her therapy as well to come on here and give her rants. Closing comments, Super Mario Sr.
I want to say thank y'all for coming out, man. And one day, everybody who in the audience, you know that you can always hit Horace up and then come on the show anytime you want to, and then voice your, make yourself be seen. Most of us know at least one to most of us. Most of y'all know most of us. So you shouldn't be that scared, man, to come on. Just come on. Every Monday, 9 p.m. I'm talking about tonight.
All right, Ashley, we definitely let them finish. That is pure comedy, and that is good playback material. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Chris Leo.
Everybody ever pay attention to Ashley's profile pic? She look like she got the little toe shit, the little toe thing that they do with the poses. Man, come on. You can take the girl out the church, but you can't take the ghetto out the never mind. But I appreciate y'all showing up tonight, man. I think it was a really, really good show. Again, man, we rest in paradise to the fallen soldiers, the people that lost their lives. Rest in paradise to the victims of the mass shootings.
Which one? Is
I
every
don't
day?
know. Was that? Yeah, it's
Every day now.
Yeah, so
Hey, we
if
gotta have
you
a
guys are
conversation
praying
about that, Chris.
people, if you guys are praying people, man, send one up to all those people and really, really do it. So thank you for showing up tonight, though. Appreciate you.
All right. Last but not least, the man with the cock on his hat. Was they the latest man?
That ain't all. That ain't where it's at. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what. I appreciate y'all. Pardon my tardiness. I was on best man duties this weekend, so I guess I was overwhelmed with all the fun of the union to more black couples. So I took a nap, and when I woke up, hell, but I still showed up to work. So I appreciate y'all. Say what I said all the time, and that's tag a friends so they can hear the Autobots and Decepticons. Share it on your page. Like I said, if they can catch, I give up.
Hey,
We got that
always do groom. I mean, what was that? What the saying? How the saying go?
Always the best man, never the groom. Always the best man, never the groom.
Yes, means when your wedding.
Huh?
When your wedding? Everybody, you've been everybody's best man. When is your wedding?
Decepticons.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Whenever they sing, I want to be the best man. I'm be at the reception singing Candy Liquor.
Listen, I know when I do have it, y'all invited. Y'all gotta have a place right beside me.
Oh, it's must see TV. It's must see TV for sure. I'll be in that thing.
It's definitely gonna play as anthem. I might even wear the kilt. Yeah, I might do that. I might even
just don't show your knees off.
Why not? Hey, it's Hoochie Daddy season. You gotta have your knees and your thigh meat back.
If anybody on this cast will wear Hoochie Daddy shorts, I'm just waiting on Zay to do it. That's what you do. So, Zay, when you come with the balls hanging out the left pocket, you will never be allowed back on the show for Hoochie
Watch
Daddy.
Watch your woman and watch your wife.
All right, Hoochie Daddy Zay. Okay, closing comments. We want to recognize that we took a major loss in the community. Prayers to the family of Demetrius McCray, one of the biggest giants in our community, the Suncoast alumni, man, one of the graphic artists, one of the best artists in our community, did so much in our community for so many people. Just amazing person, man. We always say gone too soon, but God don't make mistakes, man. Hopefully, when it's all said and done, you had, that's what memories are for, man. So prayers to that family of an amazing guy, bro. He is just the most amazing person. Just spoke to him last Friday at a funeral for Randy Jones. So, that's a hard blow back to back. And Miss Coleman of Coleman Funeral Home. So we're losing people every day, as they say. People dying every day who ain't never died before. But that's part of the show. We'll see y'all next week. Same bat channel, same bat, whatever they say.